Imagine a knock on your door. You open it, and two people flash badges, identifying themselves as special agents from IRS Criminal Investigation. This isn't a tax audit. It's a criminal tax investigation, and it's a moment that demands your complete and immediate attention. It signals that the IRS might believe you've committed a serious tax crime. This isn't the time to explain yourself, to guess what they want, or to hope it all just goes away. This is the time to listen, be smart, and understand exactly what's happening. I'm tax attorney Chad Silver, founder of Silver Tax Group. I've been handling tax cases for 2 decades. When most people hear IRS, they think of audits or collections. They picture a revenue agent asking for receipts, or a revenue officer trying to arrange a payment plan. And while those situations are serious, they're civil matters about how much tax is owed. An IRS special agent is entirely different. They are federal law enforcement officers who work for IRS Criminal Investigation, the branch focused exclusively on investigating tax crimes and recommending cases for prosecution. While they are employees of the IRS, their role is not about tax collection. It's about criminal enforcement. These agents are highly trained financial investigators. They carry firearms, execute search warrants, and make arrests. Their involvement means the situation has jumped far beyond a simple dispute over deductions. Their job isn't to help you fix a tax return. It's to build a criminal case against you. That one distinction changes everything. Today, we're breaking down what it means when a special agent contacts you, the warning signs to watch for, the disastrous mistakes to avoid, and the exact steps you need to take to protect yourself. Section 1. The 7 critical signs of a criminal investigation. When IRS CI is digging into your finances, they tend to follow a playbook. Recognizing the plays is your first step to grasping how serious this is. Here are 7 signs that you're not in a routine audit, but a criminal inquiry. Sign number 1. 2 agents show up unannounced. A classic move. The first contact is often designed to catch you off guard. It won't be a scheduled meeting. Instead, 2 special agents will likely appear at your home or office, unannounced, often early in the morning or after business hours. They travel in pairs for safety and to have a witness to everything you say. Typically, one agent asks the questions while the other takes detailed notes. What might feel like a casual chat is actually a formal interview where every single word is being recorded. This surprise visit is a strategy, plain and simple, aimed at getting you to talk before you've had a chance to think or call a lawyer. Sign number 2, they ask questions about your intent. Listen closely to the kind of questions they ask. A civil revenue agent asks, "Can you prove this business expense?" A special agent asks questions trying to get inside your head. They'll ask things like, "Did you know you had to report all your income?" Or, "Why did you deposit your cash in this specific way?" Here's the point. Intent or willfulness is what separates a civil tax mistake from a criminal act. They aren't just trying to see if you made a mistake. They're trying to prove you made it on purpose. Any explanation you offer, no matter how innocent you think it sounds, can be twisted into evidence that you knowingly broke the law. Sign number 3, they're interviewing people around you. If you find out IRS agents are talking to your business partners, your employees, your customers, or your bank, that's a huge red flag. By the time a special agent contacts you, they've often been investigating you for months. They may have already subpoenaed your bank records and interviewed former employees without you ever knowing. When the IRS starts talking to third parties, it means they are piecing together your financial life from the outside in. If your banker calls about an inquiry or a vendor mentions a visit, you have to assume a serious investigation is already in motion. You might be the last person they talk to, not the first. Sign number 4. The focus is on unreported income, especially over several years. A single mistake on one tax return is one thing, but a pattern of underreporting income or not filing returns for multiple years, that's a classic badge of fraud that gets IRS CI's attention. Investigators look for patterns. If their questions keep coming back to whole categories of missing income, or if they ask about several years of unfiled returns, they are probably building a tax evasion case. This is especially true if you run a cash-heavy business, are a professional who receives direct payments, or have side income that was never reported. Sign number 5, they ask about fake documents or altered records. Special agents are also hunting for signs of active deception. This goes way beyond messy bookkeeping. Did you keep 2 sets of books? Were invoices altered? Were personal expenses deliberately disguised as business costs? The creation of false documents is powerful proof of willfulness. If an agent asks you to explain a suspicious-looking invoice or ledger, don't guess or make something up. Providing a false explanation can become a separate federal crime like obstruction of justice or making false statements to a federal agent. Sign number 6. The investigation involves offshore accounts, crypto, or complex deals. IRSCI is the best in the world at following the money, and they focus hard on areas where taxpayers try to hide assets. If the agent's questions involve foreign bank accounts, offshore entities, or FBAR filings, you are deep in criminal investigation territory. The same goes for cryptocurrency. The IRS has devoted huge resources to tracking crypto transactions. Questions about how you bought, sold, or stored crypto, especially if you use privacy tools like mixers or tumblers, are a sign agents suspect tax fraud or money laundering. The IRS often sees these complex structures as red flags for an intent to conceal. Sign number 7. They read you your rights. This is the most direct signal of all. In many non-custodial interviews, the Internal Revenue Manual directs agents to give you a warning. They'll identify themselves as special agents on a criminal case, and then they'll tell you that you have the right not to answer questions and that anything you say can be used against you. If you hear those words, all ambiguity is gone. You are officially in the government's crosshairs. The time for talking is over. The time for lawyering up is now. Section 2. 4 dangerous myths that lead to disaster. When federal agents are at your door, it's easy to fall back on common sense. The problem is, common sense is completely wrong here. Believing these 4 myths can lead to irreversible mistakes. Myth number 1. If I'm honest and cooperate, they'll go easy on me. This is the single most dangerous myth. In everyday life, honesty and cooperation are good things. In a criminal investigation, your cooperation is often just you handing the prosecutor the rope to hang you with. The agents might seem friendly. They might say things like, "We just want to hear your side of the story." But remember their job. It's to gather evidence of a crime. Your explanation is their confession. Myth number 2. If I just amend my returns and pay the tax, this will all go away. Once a criminal investigation has started, filing an amended return won't stop it. In fact, it can backfire. An amended return is a signed admission that your original return was wrong. While it might help with the civil tax you owe, it does nothing to erase the potential crime of filing a fraudulent return in the first place. The IRS voluntary disclosure practice is off the table once the IRS has already received information about your non-compliance, which they clearly have if agents are at your door. Myth number 3. My CPA can handle this. Your CPA is probably great at preparing taxes, but they are not a criminal defense attorney. Most importantly, your conversations with your accountant are generally not protected in a criminal case. The limited federal privilege for tax advice specifically does not apply to criminal matters. This means if you admit to your CPA that you intentionally fudged the numbers, the government can put your CPA on the witness stand to testify against you. Only an attorney can offer the protection of attorney-client privilege, which keeps your conversations confidential. Myth number 4. I didn't do anything wrong, so I have nothing to hide. Even if you're 100% innocent, trying to explain yourself to a trained federal investigator is a huge gamble. You could easily misremember a small detail from years ago or get nervous and say something that sounds contradictory. Innocent people can accidentally make themselves look guilty under pressure. Remember, agents are allowed to be deceptive with you, but if you make one single misstatement, you've committed a felony. The safest play, even for the innocent, is to remain silent and let an attorney do the talking. Section 3. What not to do, the immediate prohibitions. When you realize you're under investigation, your next moves are critical. Here's what you absolutely must not do. First, do not talk. Don't answer their questions. Don't offer a story. Don't try to clear things up. Every word you say can and will be used to build a case. Second, do not lie. This is non-negotiable. Lying to a federal agent is a felony. You can go to prison just for that, even if you're cleared of the tax crime. It's a separate charge that's easy for them to prove. Third, do not destroy documents. Don't shred papers, delete files, or toss old hard drives. That's obstruction of justice, another felony. Assume the IRS already has copies of your key records from third parties anyway. Getting caught destroying evidence is powerful proof of a guilty conscience. Fourth, do not talk to anyone else. Don't call your bookkeeper or business partner to get your story straight. That's witness tampering or conspiracy. Just stay quiet. Fifth, do not consent to a search. If agents ask to search your home, office, or car, you do not have to agree unless they produce a search warrant. If they have a warrant, you must let them in, but you should clearly state, "I do not consent to this search." Don't interfere, but don't give them permission to look anywhere not listed in the warrant. Section 4, what you should do, the one correct response. So, what should you do? The right response is simple, polite, and firm. You only need to memorize one sentence. When the agents identify themselves, take their business card, look at it, then calmly and respectfully say these words. I want to cooperate, but I need to speak with my attorney first. That's it. Then stop talking. You can politely close the door. This one sentence does 3 crucial things. It shows you're being careful, not difficult. It invokes your constitutional right to a lawyer, and it stops the interview cold. Once you ask for a lawyer, they know they have to stop questioning you. It is the single most powerful thing you can do to protect yourself. After you've closed the door, your very next phone call must be to a qualified criminal tax attorney. The first few hours of an investigation are the most important. The goal isn't to tell your life story in that first call. It's to build a wall of protection around you. An attorney can contact the special agents on your behalf, find out what the investigation is about, and begin building your defense. If you've been contacted by an IRS special agent, find a law firm that specializes in criminal tax defense. Don't wait. I'm tax attorney Chad Silver, founder of Silver Tax Group. Call us at 855-900-1040 for a confidential criminal tax consultation, or visit us on the web at silvertaxgroup.com. Your first move isn't to explain the facts. It's to protect your rights.